They said the hotel was rustic, but this is ridiculous. Okay, maybe they didn't have hotels in Malta 5,000 years ago, but they did build temples. These are the ruins of Hajar-im, a megalithic temple that's just one of Malta's 34 prehistoric sites. It may even be older than Britain's Stonehenge, but unlike their grey brother druids from Saxony, the Maltese sacrificed and concocted potions while getting a tan, in the splendid sunshine that bathes the tiny Mediterranean island all year round. And what do these decaying monoliths have in common with the rest of Malta's buildings? Limestone. Limestone is all Malta has left, but it's got a lot of it. Descending into purgatory every day to slice Globigerina limestone is probably not your idea of a cushy job. It takes someone who's a cut above the rest to enjoy the white-hot glare of a Maltese quarry. Malta is a limestone outcrop in the middle of the Mediterranean. After 6,000 years of civilization, all the big trees have been used to furnish the houses, which must be built with Maltese stone to preserve the local industry. On a flat, dry and barren island, Maltese architecture is its most striking feature. The stonework reaches its zenith in the capital, Valletta. Religion and defense are the foundations of Malta's robust history, and therefore the inspiration for its architecture. Rising vertically from the calm waters of the Mediterranean, the massive ramparts of the Grand Harbour were built after the Great Siege of 1565. They protect the long, narrow, undulating streets of Valletta, which are graced with grand cathedrals and majestic mansions. Most of the palatial residences are now offices and museums. The insides have changed, but the facades remain intact. And overlooking most streets, delicate little balconies called galleria, perfect for a little fresh air, drying the laundry, and a neighborly gossip. Originally, they were made of timber, then came stone and aluminium. Now it's back to wood, imported, of course, from Malaysia and Canada. Well, so much for where they live. Who are the Maltese?
The Maltese have always been a nation which saw the foreigner as friend. We have been a port of call for seafarers, and we have, in fact, built our prosperity on trade. So the Maltese have always been hospitable, seeing those who come from abroad as people who might enrich them. We don't have this feeling that the foreigner is an enemy or somebody to be afraid of.
The quiet waters of Mashoslok Bay shelter dazzling fishing boats, all painted with the eyes of Osiris, the Egyptian god of the underworld and immortality. From fishing to Freeport, a tax-free harbour which handles over 500,000 containers a year, major dry dock repairs and oil storage facilities. Malta has always traded on its position as being a little dot in the middle of the Mediterranean. When the world was ruled by navies, Malta was a strategic dot. As the measure of world power turned nuclear and then economic, Malta played the middleman, dealing between north, south, east and west. But tourism is now the biggest money earner. There are the prehistoric sites and big flashy resorts that thrive on year-round sunshine. And there's the rugged coastline. Carved by relentless waves, the soft limestone cliffs of the south coast are punctured by dark caverns and great looping arches. Into the blackness of the Blue Grotto. Eerily quiet, with a moist odor of salt and guano. Encrusted on the walls, an electric dash of orange coral and purple manganese. Yes, this is all very well for an avid diver, joining the fish and turning blue. Best to pay the ferryman his due and get on with it, because, let's face it, seen one cave, seen them all.